Hi everyone, welcome back. Today's video is going to be a quick get ready with me video using the new Urban Decay Naked 3 palette. This is the look that I was wearing when I did my quick overview of the palette. I went ahead and just turned the camera on and recorded what I was doing, and I thought I would just go ahead and upload this. This is absolutely my very first time using the palette and playing around with the colors, and this is the look that I came up with. I'm going to get started with the Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation. You can see me giving it a good shake there, and my shade is a 3.5. I think it's an excellent match for my skin tone. I really love this foundation because it has such a great range of shades. So I'm going to begin by dotting it all over my face, and then I'm going to take the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush and use that to blend that all over my face. This is such a great brush. It really does such a nice job, gives you such a beautiful finish, and really makes those pores disappear. I don't know how it does it, but it does a great job. Next up is the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in the Anti-Aging formula. It's a really nice sheer nude formula. It's not too heavy on the eye. It goes on beautifully and does a great job with the eyeshadow, as all Urban Decay eyeshadow primers do. I think it's really great. I'm not sure how much of an anti-aging result I'm seeing, but it's a really nice primer. Okay, so here's a beauty shot of the front of the palette. It's very similar to the Naked 2 palette. It's a same kind of tin design, same shape and size. And I wanted to give you a really good up-close view of the entire shade range. I'll get it in the frame in a minute. And so you can see the complete range of shades. They're really, really beautiful. And this palette comes with a dual-ended eyeshadow brush, which I'm showing you here. There's a flat end and then a little bit of a fluffier end. There's synthetic fibers. It's not great. It's just okay. But I decided to go ahead and use it for this tutorial. And I'm going to start off by using the color Strange, which is the lightest color in the palette. And I'm going to apply that on the brow bone there as a brow highlight. And the next color I'm going to go into is the color Buzz. And using the flatter end of the brush, I'm just going to lay down the color and tap it on the lid from the lashes to about where your crease would be. And just, just really give a nice even base on the lid of this color Buzz. Next I'm going to the darkest shade, which is Black Heart, and I'm applying that to the corner of my eye to help define the outer corner of my eye. And I'm not worrying too much about blending this at this point. I'm just laying down the color, and I will be going in to blend that later. So one of the things when I do this technique, I really try and be careful to make sure that I'm kind of doing it evenly. So you'll see me look up and do a check and make sure that the shadow is fairly even between the two eyes. Okay, now I'm going to go into the color Factory and apply that to my crease, or where my crease would be if I had one. I don't have one, so I'm just going to make one here using this crease color. I'm just going to pat it on and lay it down, and then I'm going to go back in with a fluffy brush and blend that into the crease, into the brow color, and the dark color on the outer corner of the eye, and just kind of blend it all together, or blend the edges so they're you know, there's no harsh lines, and drag a little bit of that dark color up into the crease, you know, kind of mesh those two colors together. Next, I'm going to take a little smudgy brush into the color Dark Side, and I'm just going to run that along the lash line here to help further define that outer corner and darken that up a little bit. And that pretty much wraps up the lid work. So you can see me showing you the end results for the lid. Because there is a little bit of fallout with these shadows, I'm taking a little bit of my moisturizer and a cotton round to kind of clean up that. I like this technique for keeping it, keeping the under eyes really moisturized before you apply the concealer. And today, for this tutorial, I'm using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer in the color Light. And this is a really nice concealer. It's not too heavy. I like that funny little sponge applicator because I think it keeps you from applying too much. I'm going to take that flat concealer brush, tap that around, use my fingers to press it in, and my concealer's done. Then I'm going to go back in with the smudgy brush into the color Factory and run that along the lower lash line. I'm pretty much dragging that all the way across the lower lash line and defining it with that darker color. I felt the line looked a little harsh, so you'll see in a minute I'm going in with a pencil brush to kind of soften that line up a little bit and make it just a tiny bit smokier. Then I'm going to take one of the new double-ended eyeliner pencils that are coordinating with the palettes. That one's for the Naked 3 palette, and it has the two darkest colors from the palette in a pencil form. So that would be Dark Side and Black Heart. And I'm actually using Black Heart to tightline my upper lash line. And I will also be running it along the waterline a little bit. I don't think, you know, lightly, just to kind of further define that line and make it a little bit more smoky. Next, I'm going to grab my Urban Decay Flushed palette and do my cheeks with a little bit of contouring with the bronzer, a little bit of blush, and then you'll see I go in with a bigger brush to kind of blend it all around, make sure there's no harsh lines. I'm going to finish up my face work with the NYX Dewy Finish Setting Spray. Obviously, I really like this because I put quite a bit on, but I like it knocks down some of that powdery look and gives you a nice dewy finish. And while that's drying, I will be applying this lipstick. It's the Balm, L'Oreal Balm lipstick in the color Tender Mauve. It's a really nice moisturizing lipstick that has, I think, a really nice color payoff. And this color, I think, works so beautifully with this palette. It's the same tone, and it just offers the right amount of color in this pinky nude color. Quickly, we're going to see a couple of quick shots of mascara application using the L'Oreal Carbon Black mascara, and a quick shot of the Clinique Bottom Lash mascara for the lower lashes, and then I'm going to finish up with the Benefit Give Me Brow to fill in my brows, which I'm really enjoying this this little brow product. It's really quite nice, so I like that. And here's a final shot of the look. So thank you so much for joining me today while I played around with this new palette for the very first time. I think it's really gorgeous, and I think there are tons of looks that you can come up with using this palette. I think it's just really gorgeous. Especially if you have green or blue eyes, I think this is definitely a color range for you. It'll make your eyes pop like crazy. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.